Good afternoon. Big win for the Bears. Listen, there's no bad wins, I can promise you that. There's prettier ones, but as long as you got one more point than the opponent, it's a great day. And I'm really proud of our guys. I wasn't real pleased with a couple aspects of the game at halftime, and I got into them pretty good. And I thought we came out and, the last probably 18, 19 minutes of actual game time, the fourth quarter, and then the tail end of the third quarter, I thought we made some big plays when we needed to, right? Our defense was fantastic all day. Our offense responded when they needed to. We ran the ball late in the game, and then we made a couple huge runs to keep us in it. So, again, there's plenty of things that we need to clean up. But I'm really proud of these guys. I'm so happy for the seniors that they get an opportunity to do this all over again next week, and to do it in the quarterfinals of the FCS tournament is a big deal. Number of accolades, right? I think ID's still in the lead for all-time leading tackler. D. Weed today with his 114 yards is now the single season record holder in Mercer football history. So, the impact that both of these young men have had on our program has been tremendous. But, all in all, super pleased to have a win. I'd like to give a lot of credit to Coach Fleming. Jim's done a great job. I mean, that's an 11-win team in a really tough conference, and they gave us everything we could handle today. So I congratulate them on a great season and obviously a tough loss. But, again, we're blessed to be here. We're blessed to be moving on to the next round.
What are the adjustments that you talked about with your team at halftime?
I don't know how pointed they were. It was more, they say you're supposed to coach on the verge of a rage, right? I may have crossed the line a little bit. The thing is like you have to play well at the line of scrimmage, and we had too many sacks. I think we had 4 sacks in the first half. We had not run it consistently enough. We had some rip runs in there, but we had not run it consistently enough. So I just challenging our effort, right? Like when you have a freshman quarterback who was playing a good defense that was giving us a bunch of looks, we have to do our part up front. So really it was, challenging their effort, right? Like mistakes will happen, and then we as coaches got to make sure that we sit down and we make sure we're putting them in the absolute best positions to have success throughout the duration of the rest of the game.
And then right before halftime, it was a little controversial and all. I'm not going to ask about that, but just how big was that stop before halftime? There was some, they got the multiple plays, but how big was it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge stop. I mean, I guess what we got was that we had gotten the stop on second down. They said they had spiked the ball on second down, so it gave them third down. I thought the ball had been fumbled. That's what it looked like from our vantage point, okay? But they had the third down. We tipped the ball. Then there ended up being 1 second left. But to hold them to a field goal there as opposed to a touchdown, I mean, obviously it's a difference in the game, right, in a 7-point game. So, again, I can't say enough about how well our defense played. Again, that's a team, Rhode Island's a team that had 250-plus rushing yards last weekend. They had 49 today. And so I thought our guys showed up, and defensively, we certainly met the bell in terms of what we need to do to create one-dimensional play out of them.
And then holding a rusher like Malik Grant, this is a question for Coach and ID. Holding a great rusher like Malik Grant, what might be a season low, 33 yards. What was really the game plan? I know you said stop the run, make it more dimensional, but just seeing them have to go another way, what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, really all credit to the D-line. Them boys up front, they do their job consistently and continue to make plays. Him coming off, 200-plus yard game from last week, our main mission was to stop him. And, satisfied with where we came out, held him to 39 yards, so definitely proud of that.
I know you had a little bit of a slow start to the game, but then in the second half, rattled off a few huge runs. What are you feeling in that moment, especially making the plays?
All the bad had already happened. Like, we talked to the O-line, they was kind of down. Like, we got sacked, that happened. So the worst that can happen had already happened. All we knew was we just come out there and put good stuff on film and just be very aggressive.
Let's talk about the difference CJ keeping you going in the first half too.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've been a little bit is statistically successful that he's been for us. That room continues to just evolve, and C.J. Miller's a guy that continues to make big plays at critical times for us. Rhode Island had done a nice job with the field position battle there. There's 2 or 3 series where we started backed up and we were in the -10 and back, and I think we were like 3rd and 16 or some. And he had the big ripper run that at least flipped the field for us. So, again, he's where he's a little shiftier and still incredibly durable, but can go the distance. CJ's just a bigger body, and Micah Bell and Ty Cord continue to make their way into the lineup too to do specific things for us.
How hard was it for you to stay patient when it was so hard to get anything going? I mean, you'd have a gap and it'd be a 6-yard gain instead of 20. When you finally break one off, was there a sense of, thank God, finally?
Yeah, I think everyone would be like that. When you first break, it was like kind of exciting. But since I was 18, Coach Jacobs and Soto always told me, like, be patient. Like, the big plays will come. Just be patient. And when I was younger, I used to just always want to bounce outside. Coach Jacobs, them, and like my family, and always told me just run downhill. So that's what I did. I was patient, and it ended up working for the second half. We came out, we was more aggressive. The O-line got it together. We all got it together. We was on the same page, and magic happened.
How does their defensive front seven compare to those? They're the good defense, really good defense you play, physically or scheme or something.
They were really good. They was aggressive like Chat, but again, I feel like we have the best defense in the conference at all. I feel like we got the best defense, period. So going up against the type of defenders that we have, it gets us prepared for this type of days. But today, it was just they started off with a little more fire. But like I was screaming on the sideline, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Speaking of a little fire there at the fourth quarter, when you got dragged around a little bit, what did you say to him, and what did you say when he ran over to calm him down?
First thing he said was keep your composure. You can't allow that type of stuff to like bother you, and that's right. Since he done been teaching me that since I was 18 years old, that's gonna happen when you beating somebody. They're gonna try to do anything to stop you. So you just got to be a grown man and learn how to just walk away sometimes.
One day you'll listen.
Yeah, one day I get it together.
We're all a work in progress.
Yeah.
Coach, one play that stands out was the catch by Sam Alvey on that 3rd down there. Just how big was that, just in terms of pushing the game even further?
Yeah, I mean, that was a big play for us. That's something we try to get going, and he was on target. It was a great pass by Witt, and then bang bang catch, and then he got hit pretty good there, kind of like Dabbs did last week in the end zone, and just a great job to protect the football and allow us to get points on that drive. It was a huge play on 3rd down.
You mentioned Dejounte Dabbs as well. A really big game for the freshman. Just talk about his impact in terms of just catching.
Yeah, he again, like, we talk about this like we're in the business of development, and the strides that he's made from when we first started in April with practice for spring ball to where he's at now, where he's been one of our most consistent kids the last few weeks, and that was a great route by him. It was a big time catch, and obviously that ended up I think putting the game away there. So.
Isaac, what kind of feather in the cap is it for you guys to hold opponents under? I think that's the 9th time this year that you've held opponents under 80 yards. I mean, there's only been 2 that have gone over 93. And what kind of feather in the cap is it for the defense?
Yeah, it means everything. Coming in from beginning of the week, the message is stop the run. Making the team one-dimensional, make them pass the ball on us, and then just stopping the run each and every time. We preaching in practice. Just seeing it play out during the game. It means everything.
Question for Coach Anthony. 8 of 19 on 3rd down offensively, 3 of 14 defensively. Just the importance of the 3rd down, Coach. I know you stress it a lot. Just what was it like just being able to convert in those big moments, even though you guys did have 9 punts, getting it?
Yeah, I mean, it's situational football. Like, 8 of 19, the fact that we were there is really probably the reason where we were slow to score and get much going, the fact that we kept the sticks moving a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, conversely, on the defensive side, when because they were in a bunch of 3rd and short, right, where we came up with some huge stops on 3rd and short yardage, somewhere between 1 to 3 yards, where we really were able to force them into some punt situations. That, in turn, was super critical for us. And then you saw a big one to finish the game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and then, our main goal is give the offense another chance. Anytime we hold them 3 and out or, getting off the field on 3rd down, give the offense another chance to score whatever they do. So, it's big.
You've been saying all season long how much different FCS is than FSU. Now you're SoCon Offensive Player of the Year and all conference, and now the single season record holder for Mercer. How proud are you of the season that you
play?
First, I'm proud of my O-line because a lot of people said like a lot of things wasn't gonna get done, but yet we still had a 1,000-yard season. Yeah, we still kept doing good, but it was more so. Really want to say like I appreciate you for giving me a chance and like accepting me. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the Mercer family, and I just appreciate a lot of those like chances that I got to be here. A lot of people like where I'm at don't get this chance, so to have this chance and to be around the people I'm around and to have the people that I have in my corner, it means a lot, including the Mercer family, and like it means a lot.
So with game week, coach, the question of his answer maybe no, but have you gotten any sneak peeks at North Dakota State? What are your
No, we haven't. I mean, really, the only looks that we have some guys that kind of pre-break down. It's just like anything. We try to at least take both teams' base down in distance and have that ready to go so we can get a jump start. I've been looking a little bit just logistically as we kind of wait to see which time slot we'll be in. So depending on who wins the game, where the game will be at, just from administrative standpoint. But we'll come in like we normally do tomorrow. We'll put the film away because there's a bunch we got to get better at and learn from, and then we'll try to get our legs back under us and have 3 really good days of practice before we head on to the next round.
At a 10-point game, we don't know who we're playing.
Is there anything that kind of surprised you about this game? Either stuff you were able to do or not do, or they did, that you didn't expect?
No, I mean, nothing really surprises me in the playoffs, right? Like, everybody's good and you're going to get everybody's best shot. I'll certainly never wish away a bye week, but coming off a big win at Furman where we played well, I mean, we needed it to get healthy, but I think you could tell where we were, we were a little bit slower at times on offense in the first half. I don't know. Was that a product of too much time off? But I liked our game plan going in. I thought they played well. I mean, I think number 99, number 94, number 8. I mean, they got a darn good defensive line and they're aggressive. And again, Jim Fleming's a tremendous. I know he doesn't necessarily call their defense, but that's his bread and butter. So, not really surprised by anything in the playoffs. And nor am I surprised that we found a way to win either. To be honest with you.
Pee-wee, you touched on it a little bit. You said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You had that huge explosion in the second half. Was there a moment for you where things clicked? Did you have a conversation with coaching or offensive line, or was there just a moment where you saw it open up and you just
Like Coach Jacobs said, he got after us in the second half, and like that wasn't what we put on film. I didn't want my last game to be that. If that was like how it was gonna go, I wasn't like appreciative of how that was gonna end. So like we talked, and I told them like I want to carry. I know I can do it. So huge shout out to them for believing in me and just being patient like they taught me, and it ended up working. The holes ended up coming, and we just kept going. Like we just kept chugging, and the real dog won. It's just not how you start, it's how you finish.
Did you sense them wearing down a little bit, maybe in the fourth quarter?
Yes, sir.
When do you see that? What do you see that you walk back to the other side and get into?
It's just the moment, like you could tell when you get on the field, and after they tackle you, they just get up a little slow, and it's like, okay, I just jumped up, let's do it again, and the engine just keep going, just keep going.